welcome to Milford High School as the Goffstown High School varsity boys soccer team takes on Milford. So what do we know about Milford? A year ago today, Goffstown beat Milford 7-2, and Milford finished the 2016 regular season 4-11-1, which was good enough for 17th place, so no playoffs for them. This year, Milford is 0-12. They are the only team in the division with no wins and no ties. The closest they've come to victory are 1-0 losses to Manchester West and Pelham, and a 2-1 loss to Kearsarge. Goffstown doesn't have a lot to laugh about, however, with a 5-7-1 record. Moreover, the results of the last few days have not been kind to them, but we'll talk a little bit more about that at halftime, about what Goffstown's status is as a playoff team.
That's right, and you're exactly right, Hugh. Milford, one of the only two teams without a win. Kennett, of course, has not won, but does have a tie, so
yeah,
it shouldn't get easier than this for the Goffstown squad.
Well, to make a long story short, what Goffstown needs to do to have a chance at advancing to the playoffs is to finish 2-1 over the next 3 games, and that's doable. I mean, if they beat Milford and they beat Manchester West, which I think is not exactly a tall order,
yep,
and they lose to Wyndham.
Oh, there's a ball sending. Oh,
yep,
did not get through into Fortin there.
And if they lose to Wyndham, you know, which is to be expected probably, they still have a very good chance of making it to the playoffs.
That's right.
So,
and I think if I read my statistics right, the U.S. men's national soccer team had a 83% chance of qualifying this year. So
yeah,
let's not play the odds too heavily here.
They had to take care of business against Trinidad and Tobago, and they didn't.
Well,
we need to take care of business against Milford and Manchester West.
They just needed Mexico to lose. But at any rate, here's Fortin at top of the box, gets a shot off quickly, and that's going to deflect off a Milford player and into the keeper's hands. Keeper's looking to throw it out wide.
Wow,
here.
Long throw. Kind of a dangerous idea, yeah.
Gibson all over that. Back heels it back toward the goalie here.
Leaves his feet.
Yep. Milford looking just to clear it, really. Not a lot of planning behind that.
I have to say, if you look at the field, this might be one of the worst fields we've encountered so far this season.
And that is saying something.
Yes.
Yes.
But I think this might be the first field where we actually can see some brown in significant areas of the turf. So that might make the ball a little bit more or less predictable when we're trying to put it in, maybe.
Time will tell here, and the grass looks a little lengthy as well.
Yeah, it's a little bit like
where this grass is lengthy.
It's like a balding hippie, right? Long in some places, short in others. Nice ball by Fortin.
Yeah, goes across the top of the box. The defense is there.
Oh, Manny on top of it. Ooh.
Manny
almost
just about got a shot off there. Oh, nice poke into the middle there to see Sharon. Sharon sizing up Gibson.
Oh, Gibson got to trap that a little sooner.
And that'll be a corner. No, it stayed in. Stayed in into the keeper's hand. So
let's see what kind of a punt we have coming up here.
Not a little shallow and really not on target. Lazat will let that roll out, scoop it up, and look to throw it right back in. Everyone's got someone marking them fairly well.
Yeah. And that's going to stay, yeah.
Chip forward, and the spin on that keeps it in bounds.
Yeah.
Well done by DeBrule. That was by design.
Jackson Fats DeBrule, right? Put a little English on that ball.
Oh, that ball gets headed out of bounds. Milford looking to throw in quickly.
And Milford also looking at
that's a handball there, yeah.
Milford also clogging this side of the field, right? I mean, look how many players they've got here. It makes it hard to move the ball for us.
Well, and them too, if they're not spread out.
Right.
Everything will be contested from their perspective, I would imagine.
So here's actually an opportunity for Milford, but this is an opportunity for us to make a quick counter. That's a nice ball.
It is. It sails Pat Manny.
Somebody's got to clear that. Yep. Whoa.
Santoro in goal. Keeping an eye on that.
Yep. All right, so we didn't exactly get the counter that we had hoped for.
No, we barely get the clear there.
Well, thank God for small mercies.
Crawl, walk, run approach. So Milford taking their time a bit here to set up. They're going to throw it in. It's going to go back. Looking to send it in the middle, and that's just going to be a punt into the box here, trying to make something happen, I imagine.
Somebody's got to stop this. All right, good job, Gibson. Yep, no, nothing doing. And Gibson looking for Mason.
Oh, a bit of a heavy touch there by Mason.
Yeah, well, and kind of a
great
heavy touch by Gibson, too.
Yeah, Mason did well to slow that down. All right, Fortin looking to settle this
here we go.
Sends it out to Sharon. Sharon on the wing.
Only 4 guys up. What was that?
There's a whistle. I did not see if there was an offsides.
Well, he hadn't passed it, so. Oh, you mean like maybe.
I think Mason might have been ahead of the play. Nope, it looks like it went out of bounds. That was a throw-in.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, they hadn't passed it to Mason, so Mason couldn't be offside.
Right.
I mean, he could be in the offsides position, but he couldn't be.
Santoro grabbing his arm like a chicken wing there, but the ref electing to not blow the whistle on that potential handball.
Oh, DeBrule chasing it out of bounds, fighting for the ball. Oh, it's still going to be maroon.
So we've got 4 up hovering near the box here.
Yeah. Yeah, when
Milford
Sharon
sends it back.
When Sharon drove out, when Sharon drove up, we only had 4 coming up. So I know against Pelham we were very aggressive about bringing large numbers of people up for corners, free kicks, and all sorts of stuff like that. I wonder if we're going to see that today.
And it worked well in the last game. Oh, if that ball had gotten through.
Yeah.
Mason was there.
Oh, Lazat's
cruising down Main Street.
That's going to be out. I was going to say Lazat would have had a lot of time with that one.
So Fortin making a run here, trying to circle around. I think
he's
going to look for
Mason.
Nice.
Oops.
Oh, Mason lets it go by.
How about a little pressure, guys?
Yeah, no pressure there.
Oh, yeah, we don't want to.
Defense had all day to size up where he wanted to send that.
And it was a good ball. Nice play by Trinka.
Yep.
Nicely done.
Well done.
Yeah. Out to Sharon. That's going to be a maroon ball.
Not a lot of controlled play here in the opening minutes.
Not yet, no.
Apparently there's 58 seconds left in the half, but I don't believe the scoreboard.
Oh, that's really off.
Time flies when you're having fun, but not that fast.
Yeah, that's a little bit awkward. It's going to be 58 seconds for about 40 minutes. Oh, Fortin taking an elbow to the face. I think he kind of ran into the Milford player there.
Yeah, was that settling it?
Oh,
looking for Mason.
A little long.
A bit long, yep.
So the ball doesn't seem to be bouncing terribly much on the brown. I think that patch is just dried grass, so maybe it won't be too difficult to control there.
Right. Well, we've seen all kinds of fields here.
I think it's time to get rid of that thing.
Oh,
yep.
yeah.
Yeah, we're not clearing that one.
Sent it to space, but
nice by Fortin.
Fortin lurking and just scooping it up.
Yes.
Oh, Mason with a touch.
Yes.
Here he comes.
Yes.
Again, cruising down Main Street. Oh,
there it is.
Well done by Nick Mason. He controlled that all the way in, and he made the goalie commit and just basically tapped it right by him. Well done.
For a second, I thought he was looking at Sharon, but he just decided to take it to the hoop himself.
So Goffstown scoring early.
Yeah, and often, let's hope.
Well, yeah.
Got to get in the practice of scoring, right?
Absolutely. All right, Milford looking to do something with it. We're not really pressuring them to make a quick decision here, and instead he's going to carry it forward.
No.
So
I don't know if DeBrule's hand on him like forced him to give up the ball, but
that was a friendly pat on the back. Well done.
A love tap.
That's right. All right, so Mike looking looking to send it all the way
that
back
ball's
to Santoro.
dying in the grass.
But yeah,
yep.
That's not making there as quickly as Fortin anticipated.
Oh,
nice touch by
flick.
Gibson, and here comes Mason again.
Oh, that's a nice ball.
Looking for Manny. That's a kick back. Yeah, he cannot pick that up.
Yeah, Manny. I think Manny sort of thought that the ball wasn't coming to him, and he gave up on the run a little early there.
Yeah, Trinka sending it forward, but in the air, which is always a bit of a challenge.
Yeah, well.
To keep possession.
I haven't heard Coach Levering say "find feet" yet. That's his favorite phrase, right? Oh.
He's not the only coach.
No.
All right.
Yeah, that's going to be a maroon ball.
Trinka with the throw-in about midfield. Finds Fortin. Fortin, lots of time looking for Gibson.
He might have been, maybe Mason.
Thinking Mason was going to make a run. Wow, that could have been trouble right there. And here comes, we've seen this
another long throw.
A couple of times already, a throw out to the goalie's left. And they're going to send that ball through. Santoro says, I'm
all
on
over it.
I don't care how much you hug me. I'm going to win this ball.
Whoops, gives it away.
Yep. So now we've got to
we got to clear that a little bit better.
But, boy, it's coming down in a sea of maroon. Milford is just not pushing forward.
No, you're absolutely right. That's a good point. They seem to be relying on just the efforts of maybe 2 or 3 people to penetrate and hope that they can drive all the way through.
Well, they must be used to parking their version of a bus for most of the season, and or you know, after a while, that's your mentality, I guess.
Or a Winnebago.
Right now, it was about 32, I'd say.
Yeah. So again, we've got 3 Milford players on our side of the field. And now a few trickling more forward,
yeah,
but
boy,
not
in a real hurry either, though.
Yeah, it is not their instinct to flood our zone with white jersey players here.
Well, frankly, I think if you're 0-12, I don't think your first inclination is to push forward in large numbers.
Or it's probably not consistent regardless,
well,
right?
yeah.
All right, so it looks like we have a substitution. Gorton on now.
Yep.
And it looks like Gibson is taking a breather here.
And
so the ball in our zone here.
Yeah, exactly. Not quite able to bring it up here.
Yeah, Milford stringing together a few passes to keep it in our zone here. Yeah, we're getting more of the Goffstown moms in the crowd here. I think we're going to hear some more volume picking up shortly.
If we do something.
More soccer moms in proximity here.
Soccer moms, yep. Sure we did. What, soccer moms or just did you do something illicit? You know, let's face it, if it weren't for soccer moms, none of these players would be here.
All right.
Nice step by Santoro.
Trying to control it through the center. Fortin sending it forward. Nick trying to flick it over to Sharon. This is a bouncing ball, and Fortin's going to come down with it with a header, and Nick's going to get a touch on it. Oh, lofts it right over the goalie. What a combination there. So that goal was the flicking forward off a Fortin header, and Mason just as calm and cool as a cucumber, just lifting it over the goalie, who really had no chance.
No, that was really well done.
So 2 quick goals for Nick Mason here within the opening minutes.
Adam, 28-59 on the goal, Adam.
Oops, and
Milford
pushing up.
Through,
yeah, look at that. Whoa, thank God Gorton stuck his foot out on that one, because that would have been a good through ball.
So Mason again
with
it,
look at that.
Looking to find Sharon. Sharon looking to win the race here.
Yeah, it doesn't quite have the speed. Whoa.
And that ball came out but bounced right back into the goalie.
I don't know why the keeper.
Goalie. Why didn't he grab that?
Yeah, exactly. Maybe he wasn't confident in his ability to time it so that he could get it inside the box.
Right, so Milford looking to clear it here.
Whoops.
They're carrying across midfield. Again, 3 to 4 players.
Yeah, that's about it. And there's
a
a lot of
maroon
white
coming across. Yeah.
And they have some skilled players up top, but not a lot of people, you know.
They're talking Santoro content to just kick it away and reset here. So the pace of play as well, Hugh, is markedly calmer and more methodical, slower, if you will, so far.
Yeah, except for the last moment where we kind of pop it over to Mason to score. But, I think you're absolutely right.
So there's a punch out to Sharon.
Sharon's
got all kinds of real estate here.
Look at how
fast Gorton is.
Yes, that's absolutely correct.
Gorton chasing that ball down, the defender just trying to clear it, but cannot. DeBrule with a nice step. He's going to send that forward, but that'll go wide.
Yeah, that's out of bounds.
Yep, go wide. But he had a nice step to keep that ball in.
We had an opportunity there because Milford had actually kind of pushed forward a number of people and were limited in the numbers that they were bringing back or were capable of bringing back on that play. So I think it was kind of even. It was like 4-on-4 or something like that.
Yeah, and we had them running somewhat backwards.
Yeah.
So a low line drive doesn't clear midfield.
Whoops.
Trinka looking to come down with it, sending it over to Mason.
Nice play.
Who flicks it over to Fortin. Fortin dancing in the middle here.
Yeah. It's hard to play that ball through the middle because it bounces a bit, not as much as I thought it might.
So Milford playing a little bit of dump and run here. La Jeunesse going to bring it out to the side and clear it up the sideline. I'd like to see a little more possession come out of our backfield here. It seems
agree.
Like we ought to be able to control that. Nice trap by Santoro. Santoro looking
Nicely
to switch.
done. That's a good look.
Yep. Crossing it over to Sharon. Sharon's got Gorton streaking, and here he comes to the ball, bringing it up.
Oh, he's going to try and outrun the defender, but he's not quite as fast relative to the defender as he thought he was.
Right. And we really only had Mason up at the top of the box there. We kind of took our foot off the gas pedal and weren't flooding the zone there.
Whoops. All right.
Yeah, errant header out of bounds, goal kick.
You know, this is kind of the problem with playing weaker teams in preparation for other games, is that the speed of play ends up being a bit slower and things are more methodical, and you don't have to put your foot on the gas real hard to score, and then you're not real prepared for the next one.
Right. Yeah, it's got a bit of a scrimmage feel, if you will.
Yeah, yeah. That's a good point. Yeah, it's not. This is not like the John Stark game.
No. And I suspect by not too long from now, certainly in the second half, if we keep going the way we are, we'll see almost a different team on the field, really.
That's
so that'll change the dynamics as well. Fortin looking to win the ball there, goes out of bounds. It'll stay Milford ball.
I was afraid you were going to say that if things keep going the way they are, Milford will get back into this game.
No, I don't see that happening. And again, I'm not suggesting that Goffstown's a powerhouse. I think just at this point in time, the skill level is such that that's not likely. But but you don't know, right?
They've got a couple of dangerous players up front, to be honest.
Absolutely, and we've seen that. Oh, nice touch to Mason. Oh, and the goalie bats it,
boy,
but was not able to.
He's a little butterfingered
possession
back there. That might be an opportunity for us in a little bit if we have people to run up and collect the garbage.
I'm not sure if he's wearing mittens or gloves.
Mittens.
Santoro looking for Mason. Mason trying, losing the step to the ball there.
There we go. Oh, that's a nice decision. Whoops.
Oh, heavy touch.
Yeah.
Now it's going to have to go forward.
Nice
well
play.
done by Gorton to bring that ball down. Who's there?
He was looking for Mason, I think.
Yeah, Fortin.
Whoops. All sorts of things going haywire.
But, boy, we are not pressuring this ball coming out of their zone.
No real pursuit there. And now Milford bringing up 3 players to our 5 or 6. Whoops, that's not what we wanted. And
send that forward. Gorton will.
He doesn't look like he's in a real hurry.
No, he was. I thought it was going out of bounds.
Yeah,
that's
what I thought. Oh, there we go. Nice play. And
Fortin looking to turn it here. He's got Manny at the top of the box.
It's going to be a corner.
Yep, it's going to go out of bounds.
I think it's a corner. No, it's a goal kick. I thought Fortin kicked it off of the defender.
We were making our case for it, but the ref was having none of it. Yeah, you know, it's a relatively cool day today, mostly cloudy, so the sun's not beating on us. The pace of play. This may be the least sweaty our boys are all season. At the end of this game.
No, I think. Although we haven't had a chance to actually measure that.
And I don't care to.
Yeah, right. Speak for yourself. Well, I just say, like, in terms of like how bad our house smells after our son comes home from a game, that's one way of measuring it.
And those soccer bags.
Wow. Look at that punt.
Yep. And Milford's going to get to it first.
Nicely done by Trinka to hold him up there.
All right, Milford a little more urgency here on that throw-in, and they're going to try to spin this. And they've got someone fairly wide that we're not covering tightly, but they don't see them.
Yeah, we got to win. There we go. Santoro sends that up.
Yeah,
and now
Sharon's getting ahead of steam here.
All by himself against 3 guys here. And let's see how this turns out.
Oh, my goodness gracious. If we have any pressure.
Jeez.
If we had any pressure in the box there.
I know. And Sharon was all by himself.
That would have been our third goal.
I know. That's why people got to push up, because you never know what kind of an opportunity is going to come up. I know it's a lot of work to keep running up and down, but
that would have paid dividends.
That certainly would. That almost looked like a handball on the arm.
Yeah.
Whoops. Nice play by Green to kick it out to
yeah, we
Manny.
have some more substitutions here already we're seeing in the field.
Like,
Sharon taken down there. No call.
Looks like Fitzpatrick and Cook will be coming in soon. And
so Mason collecting it.
Oh, he's got room. He's got lots of room.
But yes, we've got. And again, we're jogging up to the box
Yeah.
here. There's not a lot. This seems like a practice almost.
Well, and
like
Mason kind of held up, and then like 3 or 4 more white jerseys came back, and really kind of clogged up the box. But we do end up with a corner kick, so that's
fortunate.
Fortunate, yeah. So Trinka coming out, Fitzpatrick coming in for him, and Cook coming in for Mason up top.
So you've heard me say this many times. I think today is Cook's day. He is due for a
goal.
goal.
It's so many people who are so due.
His dad is an alum of this high school.
He is?
Played defense on their high school squad.
You're kidding.
And scored 1 goal in his high school career from a defensive position.
Kevin Cook.
Kevin Cook.
Really?
So how apropos would it be if
I wish he were
Ryan
here.
Cook were to score his first high school varsity goal
from an offensive position
in Milford, from wherever on the field.
From wherever he is, yeah,
absolutely.
Exactly. Oh,
and
that's
here it
nice.
is. This could be it right here. Cook trying to get a foot on it. Nope. Defense is going to swing that wide.
Well, but he is playing.
He's challenged, yeah.
It's taking 3 guys to clear this ball to deal with
and
Ryan
it's not
Cook.
there.
Yeah.
Oh, that pass needs to be a little more crisp.
Fantaselli.
He had Sharon there.
Now here's a quick counter,
so
and Milford bringing up numbers too. Look at this.
Yep, this looks to be their counter here, Hugh. And they're in the box after a series of a little tangling of feet there.
Yeah, no foul.
No, the shot does.
That might be is that their first shot on goal?
That is their first shot on goal. Yes, their first shot as
Boom.
well. Flick by Cook to get that forward. Well done. And that's going to go deep into the far corner. Sharon almost keeping it in. Again, not playing particularly tight to these Milford players. We are giving them space.
Manny with some typically muscular play, which I always like seeing, unless it culminates in a foul. That's a nice long ball.
Quick by Milford, but no one up to do anything with that send.
Yeah, just one.
Santoro with a nice throw. Wow.
Oh, is he taking his cue from
one bounce, and that is over midfield.
Oh, Gorton wins that one.
Carrying, yep.
Yeah, maybe carrying a little too much, but.
So Milford looking to string some passes together here, and they're going to.
Here we go.
Oh, that's a handball there.
But they didn't call it. Oh, now they called it.
Yep.
Yeah, that
was obvious.
We could see
unintentional.
That. Oh, look, he's calling offsides.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Okay. I guess offsides.
Well,
offsides trumps a handball, right?
Yeah, and was that Santoro with the handball?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think Santoro saw the offsides.
Well, it might have happened.
He was just trying to catch a ball to place it down.
Yeah, you're putting a positive construction on that. Sure. I think the offsides must have happened before the handball. So.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Whoa, and there's some real struggling going on in here. And I don't mean in a good way. Whoops.
So we've got all kinds of room here.
And is that ball going to
snap forward?
It's
no,
not.
We had plenty of time to do something more with it than that.
Yeah. And Fortin coming in for Manny.
Okay.
I didn't even realize Fortin was gone.
So a number of quick substitutions here with the 2-0 lead.
Well, I think Coach Levering wants to give people some time.
Oh.
Whoops. And White still pushing forward, but still keeping possession.
Playing it back across midfield here. Wow, heavy touch there, and Milford maintains possession.
And now the ball getting batted around a bit here.
Yeah, just trying to get a good foot on it.
Oh, there we go, but
right back at us.
No possession quite yet. Oh, that will be Maroon.
That'll be Maroon throw.
All right, so Fitzpatrick with the throw.
Looking for Sharon.
Whoops. And Cook.
Cook applying some pressure here.
Yeah,
if we did this across their back line,
right.
I think we'd have another goal or two by
agree.
now.
Oh, and there's a big boot, but that's not going to culminate in anything.
A little game of pitch and catch there to Santoro.
Can of corn.
Can of corn.
I say that in honor of Mike Santoro, who can't be here today.
That's right. Put me in, Coach. Let me play center field. All right.
And Sharon with some space
Sharon
here.
spinning. Fortin streaking down the left side here, or
oh,
right side. Oh,
yes.
Cook taking a shot.
I think Cook was expecting that ball a little bit earlier, and he was a little bit more open
he was
earlier.
already wound up.
Yeah, and then the ball came, and he was not quite so wound up anymore.
But again, even on that save, it was not sure-handed by the goalkeeper.
No.
We need to be on top of that every single time. Fitzpatrick with a nice burst of speed, looking to try to
stop
contain
the cross
this.
here.
Yeah, to contain
exactly.
this.
And he stands him up. Ball goes back. That's a nice ball,
ball
especially.
being sent in, Santoro out to grab it.
Good thing Santoro got it because, frankly,
Milford frustrated.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what he's frustrated
call,
with.
I'm not sure if he threw out his gum or his mouth guard, but he picks it back up.
Yeah, that's the problem with throwing your mouth guard on the ground is that it gets dirty.
Especially in the dirt. Yeah, he's wiping it off though.
Well, it's just like, you know, the pacifier with your third kid, right? You know, it goes on the floor and you just wipe it off instead of boiling it anymore.
Yeah, I'm not sure who he.
I mean, I'm not sure. You know, to be honest, I didn't think the Milford players were that well marked running into the box. It was a good thing Santoro came out with that big body.
Unfortunate there. Fortin looking to turn it right into Milford.
Oh, that's not. Oh, I'm not really sure about that.
Yeah, I'm not convinced at that call there, Hugh.
Bill Lambier. We've got to bring up Bill Lambier every game.
I think the ball attendant is taking exception to our observations here.
You know, I take no notice. I take no notice of that. He's merely a ball attendant.
That's right. You have to have a thick skin to do what we do, Hugh.
He's a.
You cannot take it personally.
That's
a good ball on frame.
But Santoro's all over that.
Yep.
And he's waiting for Maroon to push up here.
And why not? So a bit of
Nice
an angled
drive.
kick across midfield.
He's gonna. Yep. Oh, whoops.
Fortin brings it down nicely.
Lucky
he's
for
got
us.
Sharon in front of him.
Oh, he's got.
Oh, that almost went through.
Yeah, it looks
but
like.
Again, here's some pressure, and Milford does a decent job clearing it out to near midfield there.
I got to say the grass was the 12th player on the field there for them, at least for Milford.
Well, it's the same grass though for both sides. We need
Fair enough.
We can't.
But on that specific play.
Yes.
Oh.
Santoro doing well to contain that play, and that will roll out. Oh, bit of a hard kick back at Green there.
Well, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, so a bunch of substitutions here. Fennell coming in, DeBrule coming in, and
like
Sharon.
Sharon going out, Lazat going out.
Oh, and Green getting moved up.
He doesn't have his undershirt on today, Hugh.
No, I wonder. Yeah, DeBrule does not have his undershirt on for the first half. He always wears it in the first half and then takes it off for the second half. But I think that's only for home games.
Okay.
I got to ask him.
Whatever works.
He won't tell me about the superstition.
Cook finishing his run there after that pass, but there was.
And yeah, you could see that Fortin really wanted to score, but he's not going to do it that way.
No. Yeah, so as expected, it looks like we've got Santoro out wide now, Trevor Santoro. So.
Oh yeah.
A number of new players.
Fennell as an S. Okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, he hasn't played. I don't think he's played right back since the summer, right? During the sort of summer scrimmages.
Yep.
Oh, that was close. Oh, and they're going to call it. Yeah,
As that play developed, is that an offsides?
I think that they're calling a push.
Calling a push, yeah.
I think. But boy, that was a risky. I mean, that was a risky maneuver on Milford's part for defense, or crossing it across the goal
mouth.
Never,
the top
not
of the
in the middle.
Not your typical planned approach.
No,
to clearing it away. From
Oh, nice
your goal.
step by Santoro.
So Santoro back in the middle now.
Yeah.
So I'm a bit confused.
Oh,
Unless
I think
he was
no,
running
he
over
just
to cover.
he just ran over.
Cover. Yeah. So Fortin sees Santoro as support, but he's going to carry this.
He needs
Cook
somebody to be
middle.
open. Yeah.
He's looking for Cook.
Oh, he
Cook
really wants to score.
Oh,
that ball curved. Actually,
it
was on target. Yeah,
it
curved away. I think it was on target when he struck it.
Yeah. Well, he struck it with his left foot, spinning in that direction, and the curve took it in the
spun from left to right.
Yep. That's the way his body was spinning.
Yeah.
All right. So
this
a
is
real
short goal
kick.
Yeah. Whoops.
Oh,
Cook just a split second too late.
Almost on top of that. DeBrule looking to collect it in the middle of the field here. He's going to send it wide.
To Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick tried to get it up to Gorton, but not through the Milford defenders.
Oh, still ends up with a ball here, though.
there's really not a lot of pressure on either side.
No. There are a few guys that are hustling here now. Whoa.
Oh.
I hear the
Green.
Steelers. The Steelers are looking for a new kicker.
Green saw that net.
I know.
And,
all sorts
send
of
it that way.
all
fast
sorts of
enough.
vistas opened up for him there, right? Got a little excited.
Just like for us, the spectators, for him, the rest of the players melted away.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
All we saw was
the
that
goal,
frame.
and it probably looked like it was about 50 yards wide.
And tall. How many times?
At least
have
that's
our
the way
boys
he
done
shot it.
He's certainly not the only one. It's amazing how more often the balls go over on those shots. All right, so DeBrule calmly collecting it here. And why not? There's really.
Oh, he finds Green. Look at this.
We have half of the squads on both sides are walking right now with their arms down by their sides.
DeBrule like making a number of. I think he really wants to get it to Green here.
Green
looking, sticks
Green
out that long leg and no.
Shield. And that ball's still in. Oh, well done.
Yeah, he didn't
that
call.
That ball was still in play, and Green sent it to
a
Fortin,
bunch of guys standing around,
parked in front of the goalkeeper.
There are a bunch of guys watching for the whistle, and you just got to keep playing until the whistle's blown.
Great work by Green. We were just
not
talking
to give
about
up on
pressure.
the play.
He pressured that. He worked through the shield. He kept it in bounds. He sent it to Fortin, who buried it. So well done. Nice assist by.
And let this
Green.
be an object lesson, right? Play through the whistle.
Well, hard work paid off there. So 3-0, Goffstown.
And now the ball getting sort of beaten around in its
looking
customary
to go wide.
way. Oh,
Santoro's
not a bad
track
idea.
This down. He's going to he's got his head up, looking downfield. Fortin bringing
nicely
it down.
done.
DeBrule saying, "Hey guys, I'm over here in a lawn chair. I've got so much time and space."
Oh, look at this! He's looking for Green. Ah, a little bit short.
Oh. Cook his head down immediately after striking that. I think
he had time. He had a little bit of time.
That's a Bermuda Triangle part of the field where
this is
where the frame seems at 50 yards
where goals
wide
disappear, and we hear boys on the radio disoriented and not knowing where they are. So it looks like David Gibson is getting ready to come in. We haven't seen him yet today, have we?
Yes.
Oh, we have.
Yeah, he started.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yep. He was an early substitution.
Oh,
here's the ball through. Green trying to track
a lot of
that
people
down.
trying to get the ball to Green.
Yep. Well, I'm sure they're talking amongst themselves and saying, "Hey, who's going to get one today that maybe hasn't?"
Yeah.
Or,
Whoops. Dangerous ball by Fennell here. Whoops.
Wow, bodies colliding on both sides here.
We're not playing the most coordinated defense here.
Cook with a nice touch out to Fortin.
And look at this.
Cook completing
but somebody's
got
to come up and help Cook here. We don't have. Oh, now we've got numbers.
Cook. Oh, that's in the box. You have to call that.
They're not going to call it if you're winning 3-0.
It doesn't matter. You're as a referee, you're not supposed to know the score.
True. Well, you are supposed to know the score because you do keep
not
the
when
score
it
in
comes
a
to
little
making
book.
the call, right? Oh boy.
All right. So it looks like Gorton's off and Gibson is on. There he is.
So Trevor Santoro
in his unaccustomed outside right back position,
right.
doing the throw-ins here.
And he'll throw it in again here.
Yeah.
As we
so we are treated
up the field a bit.
Treated to the rare spectacle of a Santoro throw-in.
Fortin will take it now.
Oh.
He's going to send
why
that
not go for the
Cook.
easy pass back to Santoro, right? I mean, why make it hard?
Oh, that looked like it could have been a handball.
Oh, and that's going to be
that'll be a corner.
What is that going to be? No, it's a goal kick. It went off Fantaselli.
It did go. Yep. All right, so Santoro coming off, getting a rare breather.
And Fantaselli coming off. Manny's
Manny
replacing him.
in.
Oh, and Lazat coming in for Santoro at the outside right back position. Short goal kick again.
Again, not
Whoa,
crossing
little
midfield.
flick here.
Yep.
Lajeunesse is on it.
Yeah.
This should be an interesting battle here. Oh, well, maybe not so much. Oh, switching fields. Nice step by Milford there.
Yep.
Oh.
And that will be a directed pass. So, yes,
he's
cannot
got
pick that up.
Yeah, and Santoro does well with it.
Oh, yeah. Gibson looking to settle that down. DeBrule sending it forward, finding
to
Green.
Green
Trying to flick it over to
Manny.
Manny. And Manny sees Fortin, but can't quite thread the needle there.
That was not a bad series right there, but
Right.
I don't
But
know
Manny was taken down
what's the call?
on that play. So we'll have a free kick right at midfield.
Oh, Manny was taken. Oh yeah, Manny was taken down. So it looks like DeBrule's going to take this. We are treated to the rare spectacle of DeBrule taking a free kick. Wonders will never cease.
So DeBrule sending it right to the top of the box. Oh, nice job by Cook to get ahead on that and send it in the direction of the keeper, off target a bit, but well done.
That is going to go.
That's going to go right out of bounds.
Yep. What's the penalty in the NFL when you punt it out of bounds? Anybody know?
Kickoff out of bounds.
Oh,
Yeah.
kickoff out of bounds.
35 or 40-yard line.
Punting
Yeah.
out of bounds, no penalty.
Okay.
Right. So the penalty is the further advancement.
DeBrule looking for Gibson a bit off target there.
And again, it's really
Yeah, look at
anybody's ball in the middle here.
Well, we're just
No
just
one
hitting
is-
it around.
oh,
Look at this. Here
nice
comes
touch by
Gibson.
Cook.
The thing is, we have a series of guys playing up front who are just bigger than Milford's defense, you know?
Oh! And there it is! There it is! Ryan Cook with his first varsity high school goal at Milford.
Don't say that in such a patronizing way, right?
No, I'm excited for him. He was well overdue. I mean, he's been an excellent player for a long, long time.
No, he got it.
He
got it. And you know what?
So.
And remember we talked a little earlier about trying to, complete the run and collect any of the loose balls that end up in the box like that. So
fitting. He scores it at Milford High School where his dad played many moons ago. So well done to Ryan.
All right.
So 4-0 Goffstown here, and
I don't believe Kevin Cook is here today. That's too bad. I don't see him. So Wyndham with a little spell of possession here, but I'm sorry, the Milford. Oh dear, we got to clear that thing. Okay. But we actually have to clear it to somebody on our own team, right? All right. Now we got to push forward a little bit here.
So the ball coming back to the goalie, who cannot pick that up.
Yep. And that's going to go out of
that's watch wide.
There it is. All right.
Yep,
well, lucky for us.
Touch. All right, so here's a green throw, which, as we know, could be a potential assist with the way he throws it.
Nice ball.
Nice throw. Cook getting a slight touch on that with his head. Milford looking to clear this out. There actually seems to be a bit more urgency now at 4-0 than there was earlier in the game.
Well, whoops.
Oh,
Manny, I think
that grass
ended up in a pothole or something.
He fell in a drainage ditch.
And that's going to be a maroon throw.
All right, so right to DeBrule, who was wide open.
That's going to be, maroon. And he's looking immediately for quick.
Nice
Cook.
throw.
Yeah, and
Cook
now there's pressure. There's pressure. There's pressure.
The question was, well done by Gibson.
Gibson. That is Gibson's first goal of the season, I believe.
You may be right.
I'm almost certain that.
Unless he scored in the first game or two.
Who gave him that ball? Who gave him the assist?
Well, the throw was from Fortin over to Cook, who was making a run.
Cook made the assist then, right?
So I believe Cook would be credited with the assist.
So
Cook could have scored that goal as well because it got batted around. It got batted around a bit in front.
Right.
And both Cook and Gibson were there, and it was a matter of both very polite young gentlemen, right? Deciding who will take that and scoop it up and bury it in the back of the net for a 5-0 Goffstown lead.
I'm really glad. I'm glad Gibson scored because you know what? He has been doing a lot for the offense. He doesn't get a lot of credit for it. He's often gotten.
Cook trying to find Fortin. The ball's still in the box here.
But, you know, Gibson has often gotten the assist to the assist,
Right.
you know, and it's nice that he actually gets a goal for once.
Yes. I wonder if by the end of the game we won't see our defense playing forward.
Oh, and that's out of bounds.
That's out of bounds.
Yep.
Yeah, there's got to be a call there. So we have a substitute for Milford, but they're not. They don't seem to be allowing it. So we'll have the throw.
Yeah, I think
in
you can
quickly
only
to
do it on
Lajeunesse.
your own throw.
Yeah.
And
They're
there we
looking
go.
to just switch it. Green trying to get ahead on it. Oh, that ball almost carried
See if
through.
Gibson goes after this thing and picks it up, maybe. And now there's a battle on the wing over here. Fitzpatrick stride for stride with Milford.
Right.
Pops it out.
Yeah, Milford really only had 2 near the box, a third streaking, but
now look, their entire team is on this half of the field. So they're ripe for a counter. They haven't always been quick about coming back.
no. And speaking of counters, Cook giving us our height on our end. If they can,
That was
that was-
De Bruyne called for being aggressive.
So this is a dangerous set
Yeah.
piece. Santoro not looking into the sun,
No.
thankfully.
So let's see what happens with this, because Milford's got a lot of people in the box here.
Yep.
Nope, not yet, but we're not out of danger. That's going to be
That's
a goal
going to be a
kick.
goal kick off of White on the attempted clear there.
Yep.
You know, they really only had number 16 in the middle of the box, and for good reason. He's
very tall.
He's a big, tall striker, and
Well-
he got ahead on it.
He's actually it looks like he's their stopper, or maybe their inside back.
Yeah. Oh, that's a handball there, but it won't be called. Ford
Looking
switching the
wide.
field,
Oh,
yeah.
nice step by Milford on that.
Yeah, nice step by Milford there. They're on
That's-
that a bit more.
Oh, that's halftime.
That
Is
was
that
was
halftime?
the singular whistle
Yeah,
blow halftime.
I kind of expected a doot
methodology.
doot doot, right?
Well,
but we only got a doot.
2 for half, 3 for the end of the game.
but I didn't hear anything.
So we got 1. So even the refs are playing it low key today with only 1 whistle to signal the end of the first half.
Well, so far so good, right? That's a 5-0 score right now. You want to give us the stats, Tom?
Sure. As you said, Hugh, 5-0 Goffstown at the half here. And Goffstown really peppering the Milford goalkeeper with 14 shots, 5 of those on goal. Every one that was on goal resulted in a score.
Wow.
Milford did muster 2 shots, and to their credit, both of those shots were on frame as well. Again, the goals, we had the first 2 goals by Nick Mason. The first was unassisted. The second was a pass from Fortin. Let's see, the third goal was Mike Fortin from a nice pass, a nice work by Miles Green near the back line to keep that ball into play. Green looked like he has another assist on Ryan Cook's first goal of the season on the 4th goal. And on the 5th goal, again, Cook's remaining to work hard. Collects the assist on the pass to Gibson, David Gibson, who we believe also scored his first goal of this young season. So, you know, there's a handful of fouls for Goffstown, 1 for Milford, 1 corner kick for Goffstown, none for Milford, and a couple of offsides calls. So, really, you'd expect a much more higher tempo or aggressive play with a 5-0 score, but that's really not the case here today. It was the calmest 5 goals we've scored all season.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But at least we are benefiting from the fact that, I mean, we've got 5 goals. This game is very well in hand, and we have done part of what we need to do to make sure that we qualify for playoffs. So it might be worth sort of pointing out what our playoff position is right now. There are 3 games left in our season. We have a very good chance of winning 2 of those games. Milford, obviously, we're well on our way, and Manchester West. Wyndham, which is the last game of the season, it might be kind of a stretch since they're 12-1.
We will have them at home,
right?
You know, and it will be the last game. And depending on our playoff position, you know, who knows? Anything can happen.
But they are, I mean, they're good. But whatever the case is, I mean, if we end up with 2 wins and a loss, so we beat Milford, we beat Manchester West, we lose to Wyndham, which seems like that's not outside of the realm of possibility, we would end up with a 7-8-1 record, which might be good enough. So what does that mean exactly? Well, Co-Brown right now is 6-7-1, and they have two really tough games left. They got to play Kearsarge and Oyster River. If they lost both, they'd be at 6-9-1, and we'd beat them.
Right. And we will have played the top teams as well, Hugh, throughout the season, which I don't believe another team can say. So come playoff time, we'd be a lower seed, presumably matched up against one of the higher seeds, but at least it won't be for the first time.
Right, except the thing is we are a number. I mean, if we do make it, we'll probably make it as a 15 seed, so we will be at the very bottom. So if if Co-Brown ends up going, let's see, if they lose both of their games, they would be 6-9-1. However, if they beat Kearsarge and lose to Oyster River, then they finish 7-8-1, just like us, but they have the advantage in the tiebreaker because they beat us head-to-head. So that would be bad news because, of course, if Kearsarge loses the Co-Brown game and the Conval one but beats Manchester West, then they also finish 7-8-1, and they also beat us out in the tiebreaker because we lost to them head-to-head.
Right.
So some of our sins earlier in the season are coming up to catch us. Now, however, good news is, I mean, those two teams very well might remain ahead of us. However, Portsmouth, who is also ahead of us with a record of 4-6-4, they have 2 games left against Hollis Brookline and Wyndham. And I think realistically speaking, they're probably at best going to go 1-1. They're not going to beat Wyndham. So if they go 1-1, they finish at 5-7-4, which is good enough for 28 points in the standing, and that would be 2 points behind Goffstown if Goffstown finished at 7-8-1.
Right.
And 7-8-1 being predicated on 2 wins and 1
30
loss.
30 points should put us into the playoffs, and it's too far to look ahead. But what an intriguing first-round matchup it would be if we had to travel back to Bow, currently number 3.
Yeah.
To play them, which was, again, one of our so-called sins early in the season where we lost in overtime.
I think we can kind of forgive ourselves for that game a little more so than, the Kearsarge or the Co-Brown game because, I mean, let's face it, Bow's a good team. They're at the top of the rankings. Co-Brown and Kearsarge are they're in the middle of the table, right?
Which is higher than us at the moment.
Yeah, exactly. We're slightly below the middle of the table. So there is a chance we could finish ahead of at least one of these teams I mentioned, Co-Brown, Kearsarge, or Portsmouth. Portsmouth probably the most likely candidate. If we beat out Portsmouth and don't catch the others, we snag the 15th spot. The only team that we have to fear from behind is St. Thomas Aquinas, who is now at 4-9-1. They have to play Milford and Hollis Brookline. So in all likelihood, they could go 1-1.
1-1 anyway.
They could. They would win if they win both games. They end up at 6-9-1. They're still behind us. So we have to absolutely, positively go 2-1 in the next 3 games if we want really a realistic hope of making the playoffs. So at this point, really, we have to put away our calculators and just start playing soccer, right? And the good Goffstown has to show up to play Milford. And frankly, I don't think the best Goffstown has shown up to play Milford. But still, it's enough, right? Oh.
Okay, and one more score update before we leave it here. The Goffstown JV squad is winning 1-0 on the other side of the
we don't know if it's part of the Kyle Pernard magic show or no.
Well, if I had to bet, he'd be at the top of my list.
Yeah, I think so too.
28 or 29 goals in the season.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And to put that in context, when Sam Heidenreich was here last year, he didn't score that many. I think he scored in the low 20s.
And we hosted the JV pasta party last night. And I think he had 28 or 29 bowls of pasta.
Oh, my heavens. Wow. Wow. I guess we talked our way all the way through halftime.
And who said a 5-0 game would leave us searching for topics to discuss?
Yeah, who said that on email earlier today? Yeah, well.
Yeah, we won't name any names, Jared.
Well, soccer is an unpredictable sport. We could have spent most of halftime talking about U.S. men's national soccer's loss against Trinidad and Tobago.
I wouldn't be smiling right now, however, if we did that.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, if I can draw an analogy, we had to do business against Trinidad and Tobago, and Goffstown's got to do business against Milford and Manchester West. So your fate's in your own hands, right, in soccer. Most of the time.
It is, and it doesn't matter if you come from the richest nation in the world or next year in D1, the bigger schools. But
that's a whole nother topic of conversation.
That's a whole nother topic we'll probably get into at some point here. But, yes, you're right. We've talked right through. If Adam hasn't spliced us out for the sake of the audience, we're about to start the second half here. Unfortunately for Jared Green, he was not able to take his hand off the controller. Even
that
during
whole
halftime
time.
Here.
Yeah, he's going to have surgery for carpal tunnel syndrome.
Workers' comp.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so Goffstown collecting the ball, finding Mason. It looks like
Oh, so we
It
got
looks like we
confirmation.
have the starting lineup again for the second half here, Hugh. We'll see how that changes.
So we did receive confirmation that the goal scored by Goffstown JV to make it 1-0 was scored by Kyle Pinard. Ooh, that is a risky play.
Yes,
Why
that
not
barely
pick that
cleared
up?
the box.
Boy.
And that's going to that will stay in, but that will go out. That is
that'll
out.
go out. Yep.
So Trinka looking, who's he got?
Looking up, looking up, looking up.
Yeah, DeBrule making a run, had some space. Nice touch back to DeBrule, looking for Fortin.
Goffstown moving the ball nicely here.
Oh, nice ball movement here.
It was a nice little flick out there, and Gibson was off to the races, but it was not meant to be.
All right, Santoro falling backwards manages to get a foot on that. Brule heading it forward, just flicking it away.
Popping it, yep. Oh, boy.
That's going to come in. Santoro sitting
Trinka's got to
deep
clear
on
that.
his line.
We can't just sort of play around with it here.
Oh!
You know what?
That looked like it went off of Santoro's
hand. Yeah, it did. It absolutely
yes,
did.
The Milford striker is absolutely
He's asking
right.
for a corner, yeah.
Yeah,
I got to say.
The Milford striker is absolutely right. That went off Santoro's hand and then the post in about a nanosecond.
It
but
does not.
It should be a corner, but that the ref didn't see it. So
I got to tell you.
on. Now the ref is going to have a word with the Milford player, which is really unfortunate because he's right.
Yeah.
Obviously, refs don't get everything correct all of the time. Stop me if you've heard that one before, but
All right, so he's getting a little warning here.
Getting a little talking to.
I got to say, you know what? It doesn't matter whether we're winning 5-0 or losing 5-0. Tyler Santoro somehow manages to have a great game.
Absolutely. Oh, and here comes Mason streaking for that ball.
Oh, yeah, and I think that was a wise move. He had nobody open otherwise.
Send it back and stay on sides here, which is exactly what he did.
Oops.
Yeah, DeBrule looking for Manny. Milford
he didn't really have anybody to help him there.
Milford carrying here. They're going to dump that deep. It's going to stay in.
Oh,
Nope,
nice
it's gonna go
play
just
by
wide.
Santoro there.
Yeah, Santoro not allowing Milford to keep it in play.
Oh,
Manny getting
pushing
it forward.
And now we're playing a little bit of bouncy ball here. Well, no team, neither side really settling it.
Oh, that's dangerous when your defense is falling back and you head it right to the opposing team, but down on the ground. But
nice look!
Ball.
The offsides on Noah Sharon.
Do not believe he was when that ball was struck.
I got to say the referee was in an excellent position to make that call, though.
He was, but Sharon was tight with 16. He was.
I don't know. I think we would have witnessed a much more vigorous reaction from Sharon if he thought he was not offsides.
He did protest. I think the 5-0 score dampened his enthusiasm
ardor
to protest.
Oh, that's a nice ball by Milford there. That flick. And
that's
nicely done by Manny.
That'll be a throw-in.
Yeah.
And again, that grass giving either the ball is underinflated or that grass is slowing it down, but that ball took its time getting out of bounds.
What?
My goodness.
Nice little play there.
Wow, was
that planned or was that just comical?
I'd like to say it was planned.
I don't know.
He kind of flicked it off the back side of him and then immediately scooped it up.
Yeah.
Either that or it slipped out of his hands. He was intending to throw it over. But either way, why would you have your back to this?
I don't know what the call is, but there's a push. Okay. Well. All right, well, let's see if we can keep a clean sheet here.
So Milford on the far side of the box. Here we go. We got one circling in. Oh, that bounced off the top of the frame.
Somebody has got to clear that.
Yeah,
there we go.
Well done. Well done.
Mason pushing.
Yeah, that was a bit unlucky for Milford to have that ball come right down the top of the frame. Although I believe Santoro would have scooped it up.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he had that covered.
Oh,
nicely done by Manny to get it out of there.
Nice stop by Santoro.
And, let's see. Are we going to have a foot race here? Sharon streaking down the middle of the field. And he gets tangled in the other player's feet.
Yeah.
What are they calling here? And against whom?
Oh.
Against whom?
Against Sharon?
Sharon? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Really? That.
Wow. He.
All right, that was.
We'll be able to watch the tape later, but both players going full tilt and one cutting in front of you. There's no way to avoid contact. He
unless you give up on the play. But frankly, I don't think that's a yellow. That
Well, I think he fell down because he was trying to change his momentum so quickly and avoid the contact. I mean, if he's trying to take that player out, he doesn't fall on the ground there.
Well, and why does he want to take him out?
Right, he
and
wanted
fall
the ball.
down himself. He
Right.
wants the ball. Yeah, I don't know. That seems like kind of a crap call, but whatever.
Yep. All right.
Oh, and there's a holding there. That was a horse collar on Santoro there.
All right, so the intensity of
wow,
play picking
look
up
at
a bit
Mason.
here.
Yeah. That's good. Maybe that's what we needed to kind of get back, get interested in this game
I
again.
think we're taking offense to that yellow card call here. Milford changing direction in the field here.
Nicely done by Santoro.
Now that wasn't a whole lot different than what Sharon just got a card for.
Well, neither one of those things was a foul.
So they get 1 out of 2 right. Oh, that ball's still in play.
Green is
Green,
still.
nice hustle. Oh, come on. That's got to be a card there.
I think that's a foul.
Intent with the arm.
Like, what's up with that?
So the ref is going to talk with him here.
Oh, and he's putting his hand in his pocket, and what is he going to pull out of it? He's going to pull a...
He's looking for something.
He's going to pull a
yellow card.
All
yeah.
right.
Well, that's consistent with the perceived foul beforehand.
Well,
the cards are all based on intent, right, and severity. But intent is the key criteria for cards, and there was no doubt he was trying to elbow him.
Oh yeah, well there's no, and I mean that's completely
Blatantly
uncalled for.
yeah.
But let's see if Goffstown can make something of this here. So Fortin going to be taking this one here. And we have a lot of maroon pushed up.
We do.
And
that's a nice ball.
Oh! I don't know who took that shot.
I believe DeBrule punched that in.
Oh, was that DeBrule or Gibson? I can't tell. I think DeBrule.
I take it back. It didn't go in.
Yeah. What went in?
It did not go in.
No,
because
it didn't go
the goalie
in.
kicked it out.
Yeah.
That was bounced around. I thought that.
No. That never went in. Yeah. Oh, here in Milford making a run.
Oh, we've got to pressure this ball here.
Yep.
Contain that.
Oh, and Trinka gets position on him. It's going to be a corner.
Yep.
I think if DeBrule has taken that shot, it's probably on the realization that this was his best chance as a holding midfielder to actually score.
Yeah, for a moment there, I thought that ball had crossed the line.
No, I don't think it ever did. It was hard to see with all those
nice
bodies
punch out there.
That's
this could be dangerous. Who's going to come down with it? Oh, no own goal
DeBrule
here.
popped it backwards. Yeah, you don't want to make that kind of mistake in the box.
That'll be another corner here. Yeah, there's been a few own goals this year, and they've come back to haunt us.
So Milford getting another corner here. Let's see if we can cover on this one. We've had some bad luck with corners in the past.
So nice ball right into the middle of the box.
And not a great finish.
No, it looked.
Oh, right into his hands.
That strike ended up being a pass, but I don't believe it was intended to be a pass.
No, I don't think it was. Wow, look at that.
Wow.
Oh, nice play by Milford on that one there. Manny, that's going to be a maroon ball. Yeah.
So Tyler Santoro sending that ball from dirt to dirt, from one end of the field to the other here. Nice look to Fortin.
And
looking for Mason, I think, to stay
that ball's not going to go out.
Manny looking to get a foot on it.
That's going to be
That's
maroon.
going to go out. Against Milford. So maroon throw. Boy, this ball attendant not in a hurry to. He's being very stingy with giving up that ball.
He's holding that. Yeah. Whoops. That ball dies a little bit, but Fortin still wins it. Oh, look at those arms.
Elbowed and held here.
Oh, and that's going to be Yeah, that's.
Yeah, and that was in the box.
Can't really do that on defense.
Fortin was in the box there.
Well, he's calling it a bit earlier.
That is a generous
Well, look, you know,
revisionist history
you're winning
perspective.
Hey, I know more about revisionist history than anyone, but 5-0, you're winning 5-0.
You're a professional, right?
Yeah, I'm a professional revisionist. Oh, Mason.
Mason, look, sending it back out. Who's there to scoop it up? Fortin.
Oh, nicely done. Oh,
yeah.
too much white
can't
there.
Go through 3 white jerseys.
Look at this. But look, he's making a serious effort to win it back, and
that's going to be sent forward. But Milford does not have the numbers again.
No, or the speed. Yeah.
No.
And yeah, that's going to be out of bounds.
So they're sending it forward really prematurely. So Lajeunesse.
Whoops, and that'll be a goal kick.
Yep. So Santoro
trying to pound the ball through the
this.
Milford player's head, and I think the Milford player not feeling so hot right now. Whoops.
So what's happening here? Are we having a substitution or just a
I don't know.
quick trot
yeah,
back
we
to the
are.
sideline?
We are. No, we aren't, but looks like Milford is.
So Milford's subbing from their bench rather than midfield.
Right. Well.
Ref's not having an issue with that, apparently, although they've got their hand held up still. So, yeah, so it's like the Milford players. It's a
and that Milford player who took the blow to the head, I think he's going off.
Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, you don't like
That's
to see
good.
that.
Yeah,
Just check him out.
Yeah, check him out, absolutely.
Well, big boot by Santoro.
Yeah. Mason sizing it up. Bouncing around again, ball's getting sent forward. Really
Nicely done by Santoro. Got to control this. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Green having a hard time handling
Green
the sauce
wanting
on that
to
one.
send that to
there,
Fortin.
nicely
yeah,
done. Now we're out wide. Whoops.
Oh.
Manny missing it.
Bit unlucky there, yep. DeBrule challenging this here.
and giving a kick in the back of the leg just for good measure.
And here comes the ball from the attendant.
Ah, there
well
we go.
Done.
All
well
right.
Done.
All's as it should be.
Oh,
whoa,
dangerous play there. Yeah, with that high kick. Wow, that could be trouble.
Nicely done by Santoro.
That was a can of corn.
Well, he caught that like,
he looked like a center fielder there.
He did, didn't he? He looked really comfortable making that. Look at that punt.
Wow, and that's a handball there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good. I think the ref.
So for some reason, the ref that was 10 times the distance away makes that call, but thankfully he does.
Yeah. So Fortin's going to be taking this one, and we're not having a huge number of people in the box. Although we got Ford, DeBrule, Green, a few others.
Oh, it's a burner, but the Milford goalkeeper did well to stay on top of that and give up no rebound there.
And use his body on that one. Look, I think he's wondering whether he should throw it or punt it. He's going to punt it.
And that punt's going to barely cross midfield.
Yeah, that kind of rolled off his leg.
It did, and it was not high, so not a lot of time for Milford to set up underneath it. And the resulting here is that DeBrule is going to
looking for Mason, not quite there.
Yeah. That ball needed to be a little harder for
in the grass
for Jackson, who's making a run there.
Oh, Green
using
fighting
his body.
Oh, look at Fortin everywhere, doing everything.
Fortin breaking ankles there.
Oh,
Gibson! Oh,
there is danger everywhere.
We just can't get a foot on that to slam it home. Wow. So Fortin with the
how many
semi-bicycle kick
I was going to say,
there.
how many of those sort of bicycles have we seen this season where people don't quite commit fully to the bicycle and fall down and miss it? Quite a few.
That's right.
That goes on the highlight reel if we can find them.
Yeah, so we'll need to mark the time. All right, so maroon throw.
And now we've got
Fantaselli's in.
Yeah, we got a lot of maroon up now. Oh, and Gorton's in too.
Fantaselli challenging.
Oh, Lazat winning the ball from out of position on the outside. Nicely done.
Yep. Santoro slamming it back forward.
Yeah,
Will that
looking
stay in
for
bounds?
Mason.
Yeah, Mason dancing with it on the sideline
and he's
there.
got
And
Fantaselli.
turns it, and we've got
numbers.
Yes, we've got a 3 up front here.
Oh, look at this.
Oh,
I I think Fortin's going to want that one back. I mean, Mason really set that whole play up for him.
Again,
He just
the height of that goal seems so much taller when you're about to strike that ball.
I think when he was trying to place it, he kind of leaned back a little, and that's what sent the ball over the crossbar.
Yeah, it's hard for him to get over that.
And
all right, Milford,
Fitzpatrick in here now.
They're going to send that out, and Fitzpatrick's going to let that roll out of bounds.
Well played.
Milford not
quick
hotly
throw.
Contesting it.
Yep, to Gorton.
Gorton having trouble bringing that down, though, in bounds.
So I guess, Trinka must have gone out recently, and now Fitzpatrick's in for him.
So
Gorton has just come in.
White throw here.
And Fantaselli's in.
We're looking to mark up here.
Yeah. And we're doing a better job of it than we have in other.
That was an illegal throw.
It was actually over the line.
Over the line, and his feet came up.
Yep. Oh, nice play by Milford there.
And De Bruyne, a little bit of misstep, but Gorton
nicely
able to
done
take
by
that.
Gorton. Yep.
De Bruyne ran out of real estate there.
De Bruyne.
Yeah.
The miscommunication between De Bruyne and Fortin, it looks like. Oh, De
nice
Bruyne
drag
almost
step
got.
Drag step to try to win that. Santoro all over that.
Nice. And they're going to call him on
They've got
that.
to call that on Milford. I mean, Santoro. Well, what?
They're calling it on Santoro,
What?
but, you know.
So they called the first foul. Handball, our cameraman is saying.
Wow.
So handball trumps the grabbing of a jersey.
I guess. I didn't really see the handball. So.
Nice.
Fitzpatrick is not fooled.
By Milford.
Not a bad play. Thank God Fitzpatrick was there. Otherwise, we would have been in serious trouble.
Yeah, they tried to slow play that right past the wall.
Oh, nice play by Santoro again.
Green there to stand up to Milford player.
Whoa.
And take him down, apparently.
And take a blow, yeah.
You know what? Heavy.
Yeah.
The goalkeeper for Milford is really playing out now. I mean, expecting those.
Well, he's got to. I mean, the way this defense is playing. So
a little bit of pressure here, but
Yeah.
not consistent pressure again. We've kind of throttled back a bit.
Oh, Milford having trouble getting possession of this ball and winning it.
Yeah, and we're nice
look at this.
L-turn there.
Yeah,
by
look at this.
Fantaselli.
Mason just.
Oh, that was Mason.
Yeah, that's
yes.
Mason.
Yeah,
Single-handedly causing all sorts of trouble.
Yeah. Nothing like a good L-turn under pressure.
Well, even, it's not about coming up with the best moves. It's just the simple moves.
The one that works.
Oh, look at this.
Talk about simple pass here right to Fortin, but defensed well.
Oh, that's an NFL term, defensed.
I heard it a lot on
defended. No.
On the World Cup qualifying rounds last night.
They must be using their football announcers to call soccer.
One of my favorites from the BPL is when a player dispossesses the ball.
Oh yes, dispossesses. Well, that was a really nice play that it wasn't timed quite right.
So Milford looking to just really send it forward and hope for the best, and it bounces off Santoro.
Oh, this is going to be an easy collection for Tyler Santoro.
So Santoro winding up that big right leg. And
I could watch that all day.
Yeah, Mason fighting through the elbows in the back to try to get possession there.
Whoa.
Fantaselli get a little shove, but, knock
calmly,
off the ball.
Calmly sending it forward a little bit off
target.
well
done by Mason to challenge
at this.
that.
Whoa, what is that all about?
When you land on top of somebody,
I don't know what's going on down there or what they're calling, but it looks like it's our ball.
Yeah, that's got to be a call from there.
Well, I'd like to see Mason in the box instead of Mason taking this. Yeah, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to have Fortin take this.
And we're pulling some numbers up here.
Well, we really are.
We're not content with a 5-0 lead.
The only person on our half is Max Lajeunesse, and he's only on our half by about a foot. Everybody else is pushed up, and almost everybody's in the box except for Connor Fitzpatrick. Oh,
that's a bouncing ball.
Yeah.
Oh, nice redirection.
Clever.
Oh. Yeah, that was a set piece. I think Fortin was looking to put it on Lazat's foot for a strike, but that came in hot.
Oh, the keeper takes a Goffstown bounce for us.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Gordon, a lot of people falling down. But that time on that free kick, the
All right, so it looks like Cook is returning to the field. DeBrule will get a breather.
Yeah, I don't think he's been. Oh, he was off a little bit at the beginning of the first half, but that was about it.
So less substitutions in the second half here.
Yeah.
Nice throw.
Ooh, nice play by Milford.
Milford looking to
Cook
possess
pushing
here.
forward.
And Cook is down
it's
awkwardly.
Not to be, yeah, I think he's okay. I was a little worried about the way he fell.
Yeah, that was an awkward fall.
Fantaselli winning.
Oh, but Cook getting some energy back when he thought he
much.
could get a through ball from Fantaselli. Yeah. That was like smelling salts right there.
I know.
The thought of that ball coming through to him.
This is like when DeBrule was 2 years old and he'd start crying and we'd say, "Would you like some ice cream?" And all of a sudden he'd stop right away and he wasn't upset at all.
I was going to say,
like,
smelling salts with a 2-year-old?
Yeah, no, ice cream.
Yeah.
No. Whoops, ball not quite getting cleared here.
Is that like the little bit of brandy you'd put on the pacifier when they were teething?
What about the brandy that you just drink before you go to bed? Gordon with some time here.
Gordon
and Cook
sending in
looking
the middle,
to put some pressure.
But
yeah,
Cook pressuring well.
Yes.
Oh, well done by
nice.
Cook. And nice.
Gordon off to the races.
Oh!
Nicely
just
done.
Over the crossbars.
You know, part of that, part of what Cook did that was so good there was he prevented the defensive player from turning outside, and
he kept that ball in the middle.
Kept the ball in the middle, and then it was just
Gordon
trouble.
With great support coming up to scoop that up that was left over, and that developed into that play.
Yeah, we need some of that opportunism, right?
So it technically wasn't a shot on frame, but it was a wonderful opportunity.
It was a nice play. Up.
So that ball kind of floating over everyone.
Oh, and Meg. Oh, and he's off.
Yep.
Oh, nicely done by Lajeunesse. And Milford still keeping possession.
They are. We're giving them a fair amount of space.
Nice by Santoro there. Nice containment.
So we're giving them some more space here.
And Santoro's going to collect that.
Yep. Again, a bit long.
Or short, depending on how you look at it.
Another big boom.
And
the defense is running backwards trying to keep this in front of them.
Look, Cook is all over this thing. Yep.
Containing.
Oh, look.
And here we go. Here we go.
And a little short from Gordon.
That goes off. Can he get a foot on it? Can Fantaselli? That'll be a corner, though. Yeah, the defense just happened to be in the right place at the right time. I mean, his back was turned. He blocked that. But
I don't think he wanted to get a face full of ball.
No. So Fortin will take this corner kick.
And Mason is coming out, and Manny is taking his place.
And it looks like we are not quite as forward as we've been.
Yeah, well.
Cook really making a wide run here.
This is the play they practiced.
And a shot in from Lizotte to the box. Fantaselli trying to do something with it here.
Oh, too many bodies in the way.
But it's not cleared yet.
That's what he had to do.
And Cook taking a big swing at it, but not being able to get through all of the defenders.
Sometimes when there are all those bodies in your way, you just have to push it backwards to whomever's at the top of the box.
Lajeunesse playing it back to Santoro. Santoro with kind of a back-footed kick still gets it to midfield.
And it's gonna be a throw for the push.
No, it's gonna be a kick.
Yeah, that's what I meant. It's a kick for the push. A kick for the push.
Yeah.
So Fitzpatrick sizing up his options here. That's a very nice ball.
Strike. Oh, and Cook getting a head on it, but it's going to come down into the waiting arms of the Milford goalkeeper.
Yes, harmlessly.
Not a dangerous ball in that last sequence.
A harmless ball.
All right, Green.
Green fighting. Wow, Green getting pushed around a little bit there.
Green saying, I'm going to push back here. Santoro sending it forward on the ground there. Green shielding it, watching it go out of bounds, picking it up quickly with a throw-in to Cook. Cook, with great field awareness, just plays it back to Santoro here.
Look. And why not play the possession
And there's
game
a ball.
Wow,
oh, that's going to fall in front of Manny.
Oh, Gordon, some time and space.
That's going to come down. Where's it going to?
Fingertips.
That was a fingertip grab. Well done by the goalkeeper. But great sustained pressure here by Goffstown.
Oh, now we're looking a little disorganized here. But, that's a good idea by Fantaselli. And Gorton, yes.
Yeah, playing a little bit of keep away here.
No, that's
just
good.
Trying
That's
to set
good.
It up. Absolutely.
Now Manny trying to stick his foot in there. Looks like Milford's going to be able to clear.
Oh,
Whoa,
or not.
Maybe not clear it. Oh.
So Milford able to turn it here across midfield.
And that's a good ball. Oh, boy.
And that'll be an offsides, I believe.
Nicely done. Thank God it was offsides, because that was looking to develop to be a dangerous play there.
There's a reason he was as open as he was.
Yeah, there's that too. Yeah. If we were offsides, we'd all be really open.
Kyle scored again.
Oh, so JV, news from the JV field. JV is now winning 2-0 on the strength of another Kyle Pinard goal.
All right,
So
and Ryan Cook here doing well to carry that ball down, but the defense tackles it away from him, but it's not cleared out of their zone yet.
So
Fantaselli collecting it on the ground. He's got two defenders.
Yes, nice idea by Fantaselli moving it around. Good by Green.
Green completing his run.
Now they got to look
Fantaselli
wide.
yes,
exactly. And Lazat with plenty of time.
Oh, and that's a nice ball, but the goalkeeper is out for it.
So is it really true, by the way, that Pinard would have somewhere close to 30 goals right now?
Yes.
So, you know, that's not actually much less than what the entire varsity has scored this season.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is a nice ball by Fortin. I thought Cook was going to nail that one.
Yeah, we're going to increase our goal total by about 20% today just in this game here with Milford.
Yeah, that helps a lot. Well, we've had a couple of games like that, right? Like St. Thomas Aquinas, right? It was 6-0, I think.
And streaky is certainly one word we've used quite a bit.
Yeah.
So whether it's wins and losses or goals scored or what have you, that's been the one consistent theme has been their streakiness, if that makes sense.
Well, you know, I mean, at this point.
Oh, that was a handball there, but no one caught it.
At this point, we will have scored. I mean, you know, this game sort of looking the way it is, we would have scored, I think.
Oh, nice redirect by Fortin to keep it. Gorton there trying to contain.
I think it would be half of our goals in 3 games. If you think like St. Thomas Aquinas, Trinity, and Milford, that's like, I don't know, 15, 16 goals.
So Lazat fighting to keep that out. So on the one hand, you can say that
well, of course, those were not strong teams.
Well, the
nicely
nice
done
job by Santoro to come out and grab that before it develops. Well, you can also spin that positively, right?
Right, sure.
So that they're scoring them against the teams that they ought to be.
Nice
so that
tackle.
was an interesting
slide
tackle.
That was a good tackle.
Well, it was a good tackle, except it was from the side and more from behind than the side. But
I'll be honest, I don't know that I would have called that, but whatever.
Well, he didn't. So.
Oh, it's a throw-in. You're right.
Yeah, he didn't call it.
Okay. Well.
So, but good effort. Yeah, absolutely.
No. And certainly no bad intent. Whoops.
Right. That's a
little off target.
Long.
Well, it's really starting to cool off here. Getting a little bit of a breeze here. Not a bad punt from this keeper.
Lajeunesse sees
Fantaselli.
Fantaselli with a flick, but I believe the goalkeeper will win that race.
A little bit long.
Yep. Goalkeeper with a long high punt, but it won't cross midfield here.
It was higher than it was long. Nice ball.
Parabolic.
Oh, look, Sharon's back in here. That's nice to see. I missed him.
Oh, Gorton looking to cross it here. Running out of room to do so.
Oh, that's kind of a Cook that's the only thing he could have done, really.
To the top of the box there, but Milford really not organized coming out of their zone.
All right, now Lajeunesse.
So one of the rare man buns we've seen all season.
Well, that's true.
Unfortunate there.
Oh,
and
that's
going to sail out of bounds.
we've seen a couple. There was a time I think that Gorton was wearing a man bun.
Yeah.
If he still is, I can't quite tell. Yeah, I think that there might be some.
I think
there's a bun.
Man buns were so 2015-ish, really.
Weren't they earlier than that?
Yeah, there's a few holdovers, but
I feel like the man bun phenomenon was a little bit earlier than
definitely 2015.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Actually,
I'm thinking of my son in particular.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You know how everything comes to Goffstown 5 years later than everywhere else.
What doesn't come to us later, however, is the wonderful photos that Karen Sharon takes each game.
Absolutely.
So let's thank her for that. Well done, Karen.
Everybody who has a son on the Goffstown varsity boys soccer team appreciates the work of Karen Sharon.
Oh, and there's going to be a foul.
on Cook.
Yep. So.
There's the new hairstyles for 2017.
All right, so what are we looking at
Yeah,
here?
so our fashion expert on our team here,
Adam
French,
has, you'd know who he was by looking at him.
Who will
because he's
never
the
have a
most
man bun, by the way.
Well, that time has passed in his life.
is informing us that it's time to loosen up in 2017.
Oh, and what's that mean exactly?
Search for a softer look, such as the fringe cut, the messy bedhead hair, the Caesar cut.
Wait, the Caesar cut? Like the bowl cut?
Or experiment with colorful dye.
So, uh-oh.
Okay, so a little bit of bodies colliding here. No handshake afterwards.
No, but...
Or pats on the back. I think the ref is coming in to make sure cooler heads prevail here.
Well, and they looked like they were pretty cool. Like, no love lost, but they didn't look like they were going to come to blows or anything like that.
No, it's just one of those. Are you kidding me?
So the Caesar cut, is that, like you kind of push the hair forward a little bit?
Think of Mo.
Oh, Mo.
Maybe a bit of
like a bowl cut?
Yeah, that's a bowl cut.
Boy, the bowl cut's coming back?
They call it a buzz cut.
Oh, let's see. I'd like to take a look.
Oh, the buzz cut.
It's
like
fashion,
it's like a Caesar salad, right? It sounds fancy, but it's really more simple than anything else.
Well, it's like the more things change, the more they stay the same. I remember seeing this like 12 years ago. All right, so
during your man bun days,
I never had man bun days. Never had man bun days. Nope.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's right. I think we're having a senior moment.
It's a talk about soccer and the. And how agreeable Hugh is with all of the Elizabeths in his life.
Yeah, that's right. All of them.
It's turning against us.
Yeah, the crowd. Yeah. The natives are getting restless. We're going to have to call for reinforcements.
It has definitely gotten cooler here, Hugh.
And I'm not just talking about the weather. Oh, look, a real opportunity coming up here for Sharon.
Hey, we're here all week.
And Sharon's asking for his distance.
Prime rib on Wednesday.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, back to the game.
All right. Yeah, this talk of man buns must cease. So here's an opportunity.
So Sharon getting his distance. He'll have to play this on the whistle here.
He could easily score from this distance, no doubt about it.
There's a whistle. Here's a kick. Oh, well done.
Oh,
goalie batting it back.
Too hot.
Oh!
Fantaselli
turning and burning with that shot to bury it in the far corner.
I believe that is his second goal of the game, or of the season. I know he scored against Bow.
Yeah, great awareness there.
Yeah.
And boy, when he's quick to the ball and making a move, good things happen.
Well, you know what? And he was there to kind of collect the slop, right? I mean, you got to follow up on those plays because that was way too hard for the keeper to handle.
Yep, Cook falling down there trying to get it. Gorton poking it.
Well, a lot of English on that ball.
Yeah, the English sent it right back to the Milford player. Gorton contesting here, playing hard.
Yeah, boy, this ball is. Oh, I'm not so sure about that. Yeah, that was just soccer.
I think the foul there was he didn't go down to the ground from, he's holding his ground.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, that goes
just
over
Fitzpatrick's head.
Yeah. Normally, you never like to see that. Particularly on defense, you need to keep that in front of you. And Milford looking to make some moves, and they do well here, but DeBrule there to challenge it.
Whoops. Yeah.
So DeBrule getting tangled up there, and in the ensuing attempts for the players to right themselves,
and the
DeBrule
referee
will get called for a foul, unfortunately.
And the referee telling DeBrule to go to his room there.
So
he's going to give them, he's going to take them back a bit here.
Another so-called free kick, right? What do we always say? No such thing as a free kick. Just a matter of
not
who
really
pays.
sure. Santoro's got them lined up in the middle of the goal. I'm not sure that's the best.
So short kick. Oh,
and they had 2 players coming
They
in
had
and
2
nobody
players.
covering them.
Yeah, we had Lazat trailing them, and La Jeunesse standing in the middle of the box with his arms up like, what happened there? No,
Well, that can't be. And you know what? You're winning 6-0, but you can't fall into bad habits.
So well-designed play by
yeah,
Milford
it
there.
was a very pretty well executed if somebody could have gotten ahead on it. But the defense has got to stay in the good habit of covering.
Yeah, it didn't result in a score, but again, hopefully if that occurs, we don't get fooled again, because that was
free kicks have been a weakness at times.
Yeah, that was a great opportunity there.
Yeah. Wow, look at that thing go.
Nice kick, hung up a little bit. It's going to go
That's
to midfield.
good. Nicely done by Manny.
Manny's sending it forward very well.
And
La Jeunesse coming way up.
Wait, what's he doing up there?
Yeah, have we switched around?
That's
here?
great. That's exciting.
So Fitzpatrick looking to contain it.
Yep. And
I think he tried to send it out of bounds off the player.
I think he was, either that or he was looking for Gorton.
So that's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be a corner kick for Milford.
A corner. So somehow, Kyle Pinard has his hat trick for today on the JV field. So JV winning 3-0 so far.
Right. So I'm not sure if he has 28 goals or 28 hat tricks for the season, but it's one of the two. Oh, and this is a low send.
Whoa!
Low send. It's going to come out. Fitzpatrick looking
arms
to
all over
wait
the
for Date
place.
to get a foot on it. Milford there to keep it in. Their defender's not usually.
Mason!
Yeah, their defender's not usually playing that far up.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, and this ball, we need to put pressure on this ball.
I think Mason's a little tired from doing all that running earlier.
Yeah, so they're going to send this back, but this ball is bouncing, and we haven't seen very long kicks from the goalie in here. Again,
look at this.
That's a short kick. We could send that right back in.
Oh! So I don't know if you've noticed, for the longest time the scoreboard said 5-0, and then we scored and they didn't change anything, and now it says 4-0. Not that that matters, but it's just kind of an interesting.
And it's still the first half.
Yeah, it's still the first half. It's like Groundhog Day. What?
So
it's the 3rd minute of the first half?
To your question, no, I've been ignoring the scoreboard.
Okay, yeah, so have I actually. I just noticed it.
All right, Manny working to keep that ball in. The defender doing a good job to clear that. Lazat going to send that in, but that's going to be deep.
Yep, keeper's got it. Whoa, low punt.
Wow. Yeah, and we had, of our 5 players forward, 4 of them had their back turned and never even saw that low line drive coming at them.
That's the problem. You're winning by a lot. You start to lose attention. Oh, La
so
Jeunesse
Milford
coming
looking
back.
to develop something through the middle
Nicely
here.
done by La Jeunesse.
Yeah, so La Jeunesse
sending
it
ball.
through.
Oh, not through.
But La Jeunesse staying with it. Well
Yeah,
done
look
and
at this.
contesting this.
Oh,
he will
here
not
we
be
go.
denied.
Here we go.
Oh, that's got to be a call. That was a
That went
scoring
in.
opportunity. Yeah, so were we allowed to play the advantage there?
No, he's going to call the foul there.
Yeah, I think
he already called it before he kicked it in.
I hear some of the soccer moms talk about advantage, and I have to agree with them in that situation. And on a goal-scoring opportunity, that could also be card.
Yeah,
i.e.
that's
red
true.
card.
Well, I think, it is a scoring opportunity.
So it clearly was a scoring opportunity because we scored.
La Jeunesse is going to ask for his distance here because obviously they're not they're not far away enough.
Right.
Yep.
So they're taking baby steps, but the ref is saying, no,
he's like,
back here, boys.
Doesn't matter how many steps you take, you got to go over here.
He'd put shaving cream on the field, but it's all dirt right there. So.
And
La Jeunesse with a nice strike going over the top bar, but I'm sure he'd love to score his first varsity goal.
Shooting it like a fullback.
Yep. Clearing it like a fullback.
Yeah, exactly. And
again,
not a great
not
goal
an
kick.
effective kick.
Manny winning it.
Manny dancing in the air to bring that ball down. Fantaselli dancing on his own.
Oh, big touch. Oh, and that's going to be a goal kick.
Yeah, that'll be off of Maroon.
So we are under 2 minutes here. The game should be ending
well, if
fairly
you
soon.
can believe the scoreboard.
Well, no, I was also looking at the pad.
All right.
Yeah,
I feel better. So Gostown pressuring the entire game here, not relenting.
And that's it. That's the end of the
game.
There
we go.
So 6-0.
There's 3 whistles. So a 6-0 victory.
That means the game is over this time.
and not just the half.
And not just the half, right, exactly.
All right.
Well, You know, it wasn't really the best performance, but you know what? They got the job done. They won 6-0.
It might have been one of our better performances, however.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, we talked about all sorts of things, like the playoffs. We talked about man buns.
Despite the hostile crowd and the pushback from our own
soccer
from our own
moms.
parents.
Yeah. So so at least half of the job is done, and if we want to win 2 of the next 3 games, we've started. I mean, it would have been really bad if we'd come away with a tie or something crazy here. So the next game that we have to play is Manchester West, and I mean, if you look at their schedule, the strength of their schedule, and the way they've played those games, I don't think it's outside the realm of possibility that we could beat them. And then those 2 wins puts us in pretty decent position to maybe get the 15th place.
It does. I'm sure West is looking for a little bit of revenge for us stealing away their
comeback,
potential Cinderella story when they thought they would be advancing in the playoffs last year.
Right.
But
they were the victim of a different Cinderella story,
absolutely.
which was Goffstown's Cinderella story.
Yes. So I think we have some fans waiting for us to put the headsets down here.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess we'll call this a game, and we will see you next week for both the Manchester West game and the Wyndham game, both of which were being played at home at Goffstown. So
finishing the year at home.
Yeah, we'll see you next week. So I'm Hugh DeBrule with Tom Lizotte, and Jared Green, as usual, is the Iron Man behind the camera.